Okay, so my name is Danny Wells, and 2 years ago I was given a book by a wonderful new friend who said, "Oh Danny, read this book because I think you'll find it really interesting." And I was a bit like, I don't really read books. Like, if I do, it was like Confessions of the Shopaholic, which there's nothing wrong with, but that was kind of books that I used to read. Anyway, she gave me the book. She said, "Oh, give it back to me next week when we see each other again." I was like, okay. And the CD, she gave me a CD with it as well. So I didn't listen to it. I didn't listen to the CD and didn't read the book until the day before I was supposed to be seeing her again and giving it back. I thought, oh, do you know what? This lady is so lovely and she's been so kind to me, and I've only just really become friends with her. I really should read this book that she's told me about. So I was like, so I picked the book up and started reading it, and I was like, I've never read anything like this. There's not like a story to it. Like, I've never read anything like this. And I just couldn't put it down. Like, I was like, oh my God, I've got to give this back tomorrow. I need to read this book. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to read it, or like, I'm gonna have to make time, because this book was, it lighted like a fire in my belly, and it was really hard to describe then. And it was called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, and the CD was Making the Shift by Darren Hardy. And the CD gave me the same feeling. And at that time, I had no idea what that feeling was. I didn't really understand it. It was very new to me. And what it was my first ever real introduction to personal development. So things that make you think about you as a person. And it just lit that fire in my belly that I understood it. I understood this compound effect. I'd never heard of anything like the compound effect before, but it made sense, like the penny doubling and all the different things. And you know, if somebody like eats a little bit more calories each month over a year compared to somebody that eats a tiny less amount of calories each month over a year, what happens? The compound effect. I was like, have you heard of the thing called the compound effect? Like, everybody was like, no. Because my network of friends were not into personal development. They wouldn't have even known what it was until I started talking about it. So everyone was like, no, I've never heard of this thing called the compound effect. I was like, oh, it's amazing. It's this thing where things like grow. And it was amazing. I gave the book back to the lady the next day and I said, oh, it was amazing. The CD was amazing. And I was like, I just loved it, but I don't know why. And she was like, oh, it's called personal development. She said, there's lots of books that are personal development. I was like, really? I was like, because I'm really interested. And she's like, yeah. So she started telling me, and since then my Amazon account has had the biggest hammering it's ever had. I probably have spent over £1,000, I'd say, maybe more, in the past 2 years on books and CDs. And it's going to grow because I just love them. Anyway, that was my introduction to personal development. I loved it, and I love Darren Hardy, and I watch him on YouTube and I think he's brilliant. And I was on YouTube about a week ago buying some books, and it comes up with suggestions, and it came up with a Darren Hardy book suggestion I'd never heard of, The Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster. I thought it's funny that I should come up with a book that, one, I've not heard of when I follow him, and two, that I could really do with, because I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. I'm like, oh, feeling a bit sick, like you are on a roller coaster. Anyway, so I ordered the book, and the book came Monday. Yeah, must have been yesterday. I started reading it yesterday, and I'm about finished it. And so I'm just coming to the end, and I'm reading it now, and it has fired me up so much that I want to pick this book up and throw it across the room and just get up and go, like, it is literally fired me up so much. Like, it is, like, people say when they read personal development books that are written for them at the right time, they're like, it's like it was written for me. And it is. I'm like, every page I'm like, oh, for God's sake, yes, yes, yes. And honestly, if my kids were not asleep in the next room, I would be screaming, just with like all this, like, oh my God, yes, this is amazing. And I was so full of energy. Like, it's night time. I'm like, oh, I'm so full of energy that I had to record this video. I had to. Like, I'm in the bath reading this book, but I was like, no time like the present. I need to record it now because I've got this energy now, and I just need to do it now. Like, reading this book has just been like when I first read that Compound Effect 2 years ago, and it was like I'd been introduced to a whole new world. This book is amazing. I cannot I'm like thinking in my head, can I order 100 copies? I want to buy everybody I know one. I know loads of entrepreneurs. I need to buy this book. This book has, since in the past 24 hours, changed my life. I'm not even exaggerating. This book is amazing. You have to get this book. The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster by Darren Hardy. It's easy to read, it's easy to understand, it's funny, it's got stories in it, it's fabulous, like it is amazing. I'm not being paid to say buy this book, but you have to buy this book. It is amazing. So much so that I'm in the bath and I just had to do this video. Please buy this book, buy this book, buy this book. Amazing book. And thank you Darren Hardy for just being amazing. Like I hope I meet you one day because you are incredible. Absolutely incredible. Incredible man.